Hello and welcome to VChess. My name is Naiditsch, I am a chess grandmaster and we are continuing with our educational streams. I will be playing rapid games, 10 minutes, and we will see a lot of different types of positions, endgames, middle games, openings. I will be explaining all what is going on the chessboard, tactics, tricks, positional ways of playing, etc. Let's go with our first game and we start with the move e4 today. We have first to say hello to us in the chat. It is Bye. Dlip first to say hello. Second is Santosh. Welcome to the stream of today. And the third here to say hello is Ozilla. Ozilla is a third. I play chess live, almost always here. Welcome, I play chess live. Let's go with the move d4. So we play the main line of the Paulsen defense with the move e6. Now we see which line is going to be played. It is the line with the move a6, usually c4. It's one of the most critical lines against the a6 Paulsen. Why is c4 the critical line? Because we are trying to cover here the center. So, bishop on b4, we have this kind of pressure here. Now, there are a few ways of playing the current position for white. Let's choose the move. Let's think. Which move should we choose? Let's go with the move queen on d3. Quite tricky way to play. We are defending the pawn on e4. Next, we would like to go bishop e2, followed by the move short castle. I play chess saying, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well as well also. So, knight takes c6. Usually is the answer. So let's see. dc. So now we have this endgame, and this endgame is usually counted as a little bit better for white. Not much, but just a little bit. So we have the move e5 here, blocking the bishop on c8 forever. This is, for example, something normal that white can do in the current position. Maybe we have even something else, but I think the move e5 is making sense, because why not to block the bishop on c8? Maybe those of you who've been following the World Championship match between Magnus Carlsen and Vishy Anand already quite a while ago, they had this position as well, and white had at some moment a winning move, but Vishy Anand didn't find that, and finally the game ended in a draw. So, we have here different ways of playing. I think it was the move a3, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, I don't remember exactly, but a3 I think. Because we have here the pin. So for black to win the pawn on c3, it is possible, but once again the bishop here on c8 is sort of stuck. So to play with such a bishop is not an easy thing. You might have to be very, very precise with the black pieces to be alright. Not easy. So we have as well, Max is here with us in the chat. Good morning, good morning. And Isaac also saying hello. Yeah, welcome everyone. Let's have a couple of nice games. Let's enjoy a little bit the stream. We have knight takes on c3, so the knight might go back to e4 potentially. This is why we are usually playing this bishop on d3, so we are isolating the knight on c3. The knight can escape over a4. Yes, this is possible, but then we can try with the move bishop e3 or with the move bishop on g5. Check to see where the king is going, actually, because king c7, look at this beautiful bishop e7 followed by the move bishop on d6 idea. Next, maybe we have also the idea of a4, so we have the move knight on a4 being played. Let's go with the move bishop g5 check. So this is something normal. We have this bishop c2 just in case next, but let's see first where the black king will be going, because king goes to c7. Now, we have this bishop on e7 idea. Getting the bishop to d6 is looking pretty nice. Is it a must? No, it's not a must, because we can play something more calm. But I think why not to try to get the bishop to d6. So let's go. Let's go with the bishop to d6. White is having this bishop pair. Yes, pawn down, but we have the bishop pair, so it should be positioned with a full compensation here for white. If white is doing better, this is something else. This is more difficult to say. Quite unclear, because black is up pawn up, but I think to play this position with the white pieces feels to be more simple. You have the bishop pair, knight is a little bit outside, bishop on c8, not perfect, so yeah. Let's see what happens next. We have the move b5 being played. Interesting answer, because the idea of this move b5 is maybe to get the bishop on b7, and in case I play c5, the knight is getting back to d5. So, strong answer, b5 by our opponent. Now, usually we should try maybe to play rook c1 idea, to put some pressure there, but there is this knight on b2 coming with a tempo. Not sure if we will be doing better in this opposite color position. We might, because the bishop is still very, very poorly positioned on c8, so it's difficult for black to get out the bishop from c8. We can still play this move c5 to let the knight go on c3, but then the knight might get to d5. This is actually what we would like to avoid in best case scenario, so I'm not sure. Should we now play the c5 answer, or should we maybe go with the move bishop c2 just to keep the bishop pair on the board, and then let's see what happens next. I tend to play the move bishop c2, I think. Or should I not play it, because there is a c5 coming somewhere. Okay, let's go with the move bishop c2. It looks more solid, in my opinion. Yes, I do see this kind of knight b6 here ideas. In case of bishop goals, we might be even thinking about taking the knight because the bishop is just so bad. Let's see what happens next, and we will be acting accordingly. Knight on b6. He plays for the moment just a perfect game, which is a bit strange because he's playing just so good with the black pieces. Now we have this knight goes to d5 still, there's idea of a5 next, but also we have ideas with white here, and it is to play the move h4, so the rook is getting on the third ring. Very, very nice idea. Take a look at that. h4, h5 is coming next. We will try to push against this pawns of black, because we have the beautiful bishop here on d6, and the bishop is controlling basically b8 square, f8 square, so in case we get to the f7 pawn, the pawn might be falling. We have the move h5, alright, so let's continue as we wanted to get the rook on f3. We will be targeting the pawn on f7. This bishop is very, very powerful, especially that the bishop on c8 is completely out of the game, so let's see if we can make use out of that. Next, I think we should play first maybe rook on g3. I would like to provoke this g6 in case I can. So next I will be attacking the pawn on f7. This is the idea. Now pawn on f7 can be only defended bishop e8 or rook h7. And now after bishop on e8, take a look at the rook on h8. So the rook is completely out of the game. We have control over the dark squares. We have to think how to break through next, because white is definitely having enough compensation, but to break through is something not so simple. So maybe first, we have this g4 idea somewhere, but it's a bit too early for it. Should we play against the move a5? Yes, I can play the move a4, but is it good or bad? I think it is not a bad idea. So let's go with the move a4, because the rook is just completely out of the game. In case we can open the position, it's gonna be so difficult to play this with the black pieces, because playing a rook down is not an easy thing. So let's see if we can open something. Then we'll be doing, of course, much better with the white pieces, but still there is good knight on d5 that is holding the full position of black. a5, very strong move, so the guy is not playing b4 because he gets a5. But I don't know, our opponent is playing just absolutely the best moves one after another. This is very, very weird, because he plays a huge game, absolutely huge, which is... Now he plays b4, yes, this is making sense, of course. So let's continue with the move king on d2. I would like to get my king on b3, so I don't need to protect the a4 pawn. Then let's see what happens, because It's very difficult for black to place his rook down position. We will be aiming for a breakthrough, but let's see if this is possible. Position remains very, very complicated because I don't know if white is doing better here. I think we are not doing worse. This is easy, but if we are doing better, rook h7, what is the point of that? No idea. Literally no idea. So we are executing our plan. First to get the king on b3. And then let's see what happens. Let's go. King on b3. We are trying this kind of positional play. So we are getting the king on b3. Now we have to see, the guy is doing something I cannot understand. So let's go with the move rook on h1 first. We have here the beautiful idea maybe to get the rook to g5 and then we try with g4 something in the future. But again, it's difficult to win the current position, but we are doing better because there is no counterplay for black. Black is completely out of counterplay. I don't understand what the guy is doing. This is so weird. Let's go with rook on h3. Maybe we will be able to get this. And then we think what we do next, because still very, very difficult to win the position. We might be able somewhere to take on d5, get the rook on f6 to double on the f-file, but is it enough to win the game? This is the question, because it's very difficult to win games like that. Black is just trying to be as solid as possible. We have here a little bit some tricks by taking, but not working at the moment. So, what should we do next? Let's go with the rook here. So we're getting ready to push eventually. I'm not sure that I should actually have the push, because the rook is getting active from h7. Yes, again, we are doing better, but how to convert this kind of advantage? Not easy, not easy. Knight on e7, he brings the knight on f5. Is it a good idea to have the knight on f5? I have my doubts, but then the rook is getting stuck there. So this we should avoid. No, we cannot get the rook stuck. So let's play back. No, this is not working. Let's try to execute a different strategy to play the g4 over the f3 move. Oh, knight f5. Ah, I completely blundered the move because there is knight d4 check. No, what did I do? I completely missed that. Terrible. This is terrible. Now we are in trouble because I completely missed this move, and yeah, this is very, very bad. Okay, I have to take, I don't have something else. This is an issue here. And we have to play something like rook on d3. I don't think I have something better than that. This is just terrible miss by me. But our opponent is again playing some incredible game. This is so weird because how to play a game like that? Zero blunder. Rook h8. No, but okay. He's not even allowing us this bishop f8 move. I mean, this is just incredible, the way he plays chess. e6, I think, should be my move, because at least I'm getting the g6 pawn, so we are a little bit active. Bishop on d7 is still bad, so it's not like white is worse. White is doing still a little bit better, but we are playing an opponent who is just incredibly good. He plays an amazing game. To defend positions like that is usually a very difficult task, because you have no moves, you have no ideas how to defend positions with zero ideas. Usually you have to be for that very, very good chess player. King on c8, so let's get the bishop here. Still, you can see that our bishop is way better than the bishop on d7, so we keep on pushing in the current position, and who knows, maybe we will be still lucky, but again, our opponent is a monster, so he plays just the best moves all the time, or almost all the time. So it's not gonna be easy to win the current game. What? He gives us a rook and one. No, but this is a joke. This is a joke. Of course, we push the F button before we have the winning continuation. And yes, after fantastic defense, he gives us rook and one. And then you might say, how did he do that before we can win? We have the F. Please write your answers in the chat, give some like, subscribe to our channel The Chess. to my comments. We played overall, I think, not a bad game. We keep on pushing as well in this position because the bishop is so bad, but the guy just gives us rook in 1. After a fantastic defense, seeing all the tactics, seeing everything, now he gives us rook in 1. So yeah. Alright. We are, of course, taking the rook, and we are finishing the game. Also, the rook b7 move makes absolutely 0 sense. Absolutely 0 sense. So yeah, this is incredible play by our opponent because he defended so well, seeing all the tricks. And now rook h8, first of all, bad move. I mean, how to allow the move e6 after incredible defense before that. I mean, really incredible defense because he is almost okay here with the black pieces. The bishop is very close to get to d5. Very, very close. And now we have this rook h8 allowing e6. And bishop e5 obviously attacking the rook. I mean, what else? Rook on b7. What to say? In this position, black would have to move the rook. And yes, position of black is already very, very bad because we have this rook h6 taking the pawn. Or rook g7 paralyzing black on the 7th rank. It makes the game very, very difficult for our opponent. Look at this bishop on d7. So overall, I think we played a nice positional game here. But our opponent played amazing in the beginning of the game. I mean, how to hold all of this, the level he did, no idea. So I think this is a very, very dangerous opponent and we should not play him again. Because to hold like that is very high level play. Too high level for me. So let's go with our next game. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me see the chat. What do we have in the chat? Ready for a challenge? Yes, Captain Vix is in the chat. I see. Who else is here? HDBM not yet with us. HDBM is usually always here saying something. We have Bean always with us. Who else? Alright, let's go with the next game, otherwise it will be aborted. So, knight f3, knight on f6. Solomon also here. c4, let's go with the move g6, so we will get King's Indian defense. Everyone, welcome to VChess. Welcome, welcome, and let's go with the Grunfeld by playing the move d5. So not only King's Indian is available on this channel, we play Grunfeld as well. e4, one of the main lines of the Grunfeld defense. c5, this is very typical, so for Grunfeld, white is having this kind of monster center, but black will be attacking the center, so black plays against the center, white is having the center. It is usually a very interesting game. So let's see how the game will be developing. We have several ways of attacking the center of white. It is immediately to play this bishop g4, followed by the move knight on c6, very direct. And we have the indirect play with the move queen c7, knight d7, b6, bishop on b7. So we are like waiting what is going to happen next, and then we act accordingly. Queen on d2, very typical play here by our opponent, and we have to choose to play this forced line with the move bishop g4, followed by the move knight c6. Then we have this rook on d1 defending. All of this is very, very well known, nothing special. Maybe let's go with the move knight d7, just to have something different than the main line. We have as well in the chat, Akshay is here with us. Welcome everyone. Bishop on h6. This is usually not to play, not the way to play the Grunfeld, because after bishop on h6, black is usually doing fine. It gives a little bit of time to black. So with white, this is usually not to play the current position. We have again different ways to react against bishop h6. In most of the cases, we are able just to take, and I think I'm gonna do that. So we are taking because the queen is going very far away. Now the idea is to play this move queen a5. Look at that, very, very nice. We're attacking the pawn on c3. We would like to play c takes d4 next. So we are trying to provoke the queen to go back. And obviously, after queen goes back, all the endgames are completely fine for black in the Grunfeld. This we know because in endgame we have this AB versus a A2 pawn. So in theory, just imagine we would change, everything change. Then we have the pawn endgame, and this pawn endgame is going to be very, very good for black. Now our opponent is trying to checkmate us with the move knight on g5. Usually it doesn't work. So let's see if we can defend from the current checkmate. We should have a defense here. So first, of course, we have to take. This is number one. Now we have this knight on f6 move, but then he would like to play the move e5. It looks so bad for white, but chess is always a game of exact calculation. So let's make the calculation. We play here. He goes e5. We give a check. There is only one move, f3. Now we give a check here on b2. King cannot go here because we take. King can only go there. We take. King goes here, we take. Yeah, so we are winning. We are winning according to my calculation. Let's see if I'm correct, obviously, because it's so easy to make a mistake. I think we are winning with the move knight on f6 next. We might also play queen b2 first, check, but then there is this king f3, so I don't like this to happen. And look at the time distribution of our opponent. He played it instantly, so he is fearless. To be fearless sometimes is a good idea, but sometimes it is just a very, very bad idea. So we are currently winning. We take our time to make the exact calculation, and it's gonna be very, very beautiful. So push the like button here on the chess, subscribe. We have many interesting things on the channel. Knight on f6 looks like a winning continuation. I don't see a defense for white. There is only one idea, it is to play the move e5, but it seems not to work. In case e5 is not working, it is game over. So he plays the move rook on d1. He's trying to stay in the game, but it's gonna be very, very difficult now because, by the way, after the game I'm going to show you the line with the move e5 because it's just a beautiful line, so we should not miss on the line e5. Now, after rook on d1, we have several ways of winning. By the way, we had also the winning idea. Queen on the second row, take the pawn. Then knight g4, check and take the queen. So we're gonna check on all of that after the game, so we can enjoy it. For the current moment, let's just win the game, and then we see. We have different ways just to take the pawn. Never a bad idea, because why not to take the pawn in case we can? Then we have b6, not a bad idea to give him this little checkmate on a6. Maybe he would like to play the move f3, but still it looks like a winning position for black. But question, why not just to take? In case we can take, looks just winning. So we're taking on d4. We took so far 2 pawns. He's hoping to get this e5 work, but we have d3 check, or even bishop g4 check still available here. A lot of different ways for black to defend from the move e5. And still e5, even if we would not have this kind of defenses, we still would have the move rook e8, because take it would be e takes f6 with the tempo. So many moves that something just will work. Rook on d3. He is trying to defend the current position. It is not possible, and we will be continuing attacking the white king. I will show you now a very, very beautiful win here for black, and I will let you guess the next move. So first we start with the move queen on b2. Obviously, we are giving this check here in case king goes somewhere. We have even queen takes, f2 take, and then we have this knight g4 with a fork. So, with white now, what could be played here with the white pieces? I think there is just the move rook on d2, because the rest is not making any kind of sense in my opinion. Of course, we could have played also queen a5, just not to allow the move e5. But let's see what our opponent is going to play, and eventually we will have a very, very beautiful finish here of the game. He is not allowing us the beautiful tactics. That's pity, because I hoped to finish a game in a beautiful way. Now this is not possible. We have the simple e5, for example, here. Or we have the simple queen takes f2, so we go for an endgame, which is completely winning for black because we will be 2 pawns up. We have the choice to play e5, he's gonna play maybe the move h3. We have ideas like queen c1 and then almost a checkmate, but still there are queens on the board, so in theory he has little bit of chances eventually to fight in this position. So I think more simple is just to take on f2. We are forcing king to take. Then there is this fork on g7 to hold. This kind of endgame is impossible, so this is just a simply winning position for black. We simplify, we're getting into a winning position. Yes, you can keep the queens on the board, but I like the simplification in case we have a winning position. So this is also what I would advise to everyone. Simplify the things when you're winning. There is no reason to search for the fastest win. Always go for the safest win, because we are here to win some games. It means we are not playing to play a great game and then to lose. It would make no sense. That's why we are here to play good chess. What is king e2 blocking his own bishop? Wow, I'm completely shocked by the play of our opponent. King on e2, he's just blocking development of his own bishop. This is weird. So let's get away the knight from g5. This annoying knight will have to leave the square g5. Next, we just get the bishop into the game. The knight might get back over f7 to d6. Excellent square. We are 2 pawns up here with black. Is there a chance to come back from this position for white? No, there is no chance except big blunder or mouse slip or similar. So we have the move a4 being played. So let's get the pieces out. Rook takes a very nice position here on the c file. Next we have the rook d8 idea, or we are just getting the rooks on the second. King on d2. He tries to keep somehow the position, but it is not possible here. So let's get our last piece that is not yet in the game to d6. It will be a very, very beautiful knight on d6, blocking as well the rook on d4. Maybe next we can play simple rook c7 followed by the move rook c8, or we are going to simplify everything by playing rook on d8. We are 2 pawns up. It is enough. 2 pawns are enough to win the game, so we can go for simplification. Maybe we should do it. So let's go with the move rook on d8. Once we have 2 pawns up, all we need to do is to change, and we will be winning. So this is what we're doing next. Just changing the pieces. King on d2 is alright, I would say, but of course we have this kind of options here to check the king in many of the positions. I think the nicest thing that we have is the knight on d6. This knight is going to be so powerful. Now he is changing all his pieces, all the rooks. Alright. This is, of course, for us not a problem, because we will be having this 2 pawns up in an endgame. So let's start the exchanges of the pieces. We're just simply taking the rook on c1. In case he takes on d8, we have this knight takes d8 next. Very, very easy. 2 pawns up. This is enough to win the game. Now we have the move a6, for example, just to see where the bishop is going to go here from b5. We would like to have this bishop d7 set up, maybe attacking the pawn on e4, then e5. So slowly we will be advancing from everywhere in this endgame. And to become a good endgame player, you have to show patience. Very, very important. So we are not searching for the fastest way to win. We're searching for the most safe way of winning. This pawn is now blocking the knight on f3. No more knight d4 move. No more knight here on g5. As you probably know, in endgames, we should try to be as active as we can with our king. So we bring the king to e7, to the center. There is no rush here at all for black. So step by step we will be advancing. The knight will be getting to d4. Very beautiful square for the black knight. Now first we get the king. There are no tricks, there is no nothing. We have the move b5 somewhere, but again there is no rush at all. When we have this kind of beautiful position, we can just enjoy a little bit. our achievements from Prior. In case you like my comments, like and subscribe to VChess. Let's keep the things going. Knight on e6, we get the knight on d4 or the knight on c5. Next, we still have the option of playing b5 anytime we like. But let's see how our opponent is going to handle this knight on c5 idea. So, no rush here. No rush at all. And still, we keep the idea of pushing as well here. Because we have the 4 pawns versus 3 pawns, so it is enough. Knight goes to a5. What could be the idea of our opponent? I don't know, because the b7 pawn is hanging, but we can defend it by playing the move b6. We have the move b5. As well, we have the move knight on c5, attacking the pawn on a4, attacking the pawn on e4 simultaneously. So now, more pawns of white are going to fall. And this means it is game over. No pawns left, almost on the board. Hard to fight. In case you have no material left, we still have 2 minutes 46 seconds. It's enough to win the game. So step by step, we are improving. And the game is going to end very, very soon. After the game, I'm going to show you this beautiful line that we had prior, because it was so nice how we are defending from the direct checkmate. So we will go back before starting the new game just to check it out. It's gonna be fun because I think quite a beautiful line. We had 2 beautiful lines there. We will check them out. Of course, welcome everyone to the chat. I hope you're enjoying my comments. And I hope that step by step you are improving your own game. So we have a combination here of entertainment plus we try to make you a better chess player. Yes, it is difficult to become a good chess player. Chess is just such a complex game, but step by step, this is how it goes in the chess world. It takes time. It takes time to achieve results because just the game is so complex. But once you manage to master the game of chess, this feels just very good. So, let's see. Our opponent is just running down the time. I don't know why he is not playing. What is the sense of that? He has to fight. He has to fight, but it seems like he gave up on the fight. He is just not playing the next move. So we have a nice comment here in the chat section by Mystery Man. He's saying definitely I'm seeing improvement. Yeah, that's very good to hear. So let's hope that you will see improvement over a long period of time. Chess is a game of patience. Alright. I see a question in the chat. Can Levy beat you? Who is Levy? Who do you mean? I don't know a grandmaster who is called Levy. Maybe there is someone. There are so many new grandmasters. So who is Levy? Alright, let's go. Our opponent fell asleep during the game. What is that? He is just wasting our time. Okay, in case he would like to resign, just resign. Why to waste the time? This is not nice. This is not nice. Gotham Chess. Gotham Chess is not a professional chess player. Come on, man. Gotham Chess is a streamer. He is not a professional player, so this is not a fair comparison. We should compare between the professionals, not between streamer and a professional. It's like I would tell you, let's say you're working like an engineer and I'm telling you, can someone who didn't finish school do your job better than you? No, he cannot, obviously. Levy is a very good streamer, but he's not a professional chess player, so the comparison is just wrong. Alright. So, he just resigns after losing on time. Okay, very bad, very unsportive behavior by the guy. That makes just no sense. Why to behave like this? So we're gonna block the guy because this is terrible behavior. resign, don't waste the time of others. So let's go to this beautiful combination here, which I wanted to do. So of course I thought e5 is a main move, because he likes to checkmate here on h7. That's why e5, the only way to continue here, and the combination is we give a check first, there is only the move f3. Next, we give a check on b2. So, where can the king go? King can only go to e1 or e3. In case king goes here, we're gonna collect the pawn and we're gonna collect the next pawn. So we are winning. This check is so important. In case the king goes back, now we collect the rook. So we are again having this kind of winning idea that we are taking the pawns with a check. And of course, let's say we give a check here, king goes here. We have several ways to win the game, but we have just in case this defense of rook e8, very, very nice defense. Because in case white takes on f6, black is gonna take the knight with a check and then collect the knight on g5, and that's it. All right, so this is from the current game. I think there was a little moment here where he played the move king f3, because in case of rook to d2 we would have a very beautiful win in this position, and it is to play the move d3. Look at that. Very, very nice check. The king cannot go here because there is knight on g4 check. And yeah, it is just a game over. So little nice trick to play the move d3. So let me read the chat, but let's start the new game, of course. So we are starting the new game. In case you like my comments, like and subscribe here on VChess. We are staying very objective. So for those of you who would like just to say some nonsense because you would just like to say something, we are gonna block you. This is not the place for you here on VChess. We stay objective. So we try to think, we try to analyze, we try to have a critical thinking. And yeah, in case you don't have this kind of things, you don't have the will to get to the next level, you're just wrong here. So this channel is wrong. I see in the chat there is a question if I can play against Hikaru. No, I cannot play against Hikaru. Obviously, he's one of the best in the world. There is no doubt. Many years ago, we had a lot of games against Hikaru in the classical chess. So in classical chess, I think I had quite a good results against Hikaru. The last game we played, I think I won against him. It was in the Isle of Man Super Tournament. So we played also games at the Olympiad, etc. Hikaru was a very, very good chess player. Obviously, one of the best in the world. There are no doubts about that. And yes, on average, obviously, I have been weaker than Hikaru. There are also no doubts about it. So, let's go to the current position. The move e5 is making sense, of course, but usually it is more done with a knight on f6 because there is knight d7, knight f8, knight on e6 idea. Please do remember this idea in case you are playing this position. So, we have the move e5 now. Now it's gonna be a little bit difficult to play the move knight on f6. That's why we have several ideas here to play this position for white. The main idea is to play a3 followed by the move b4. So please keep in mind the main idea here. So short castle first. Let's confirm that he is going to play the move knight e7. He goes queen on c7. He also likes to keep this option knight f6 available. But I don't know if this is possible now. So we go immediately with the move a3. We are threatening to play the move b4 next. And let's see what our opponent is going to play. Knight f6. He's allowing us to play the move b4. So obviously we go the move b4. We're executing the main plan of the current position. All right. I see some comments. Let me read for a second. Who is the strongest opponent? I played many games against Magnus Carlsen, so obviously he is the best. I think to me, Magnus is the best ever. So obviously he is the strongest opponent I have ever faced, yeah. So Bean is saying I was his strongest opponent, yeah. But actually, Bean is getting better. Bean is getting better, so I think couple of months and Bean will be a crusher. Don't underestimate Bean. Bean is a very serious guy. Now we have the move h6 on the board. What is the idea of the move h6? I don't know what is the idea of my opponent here. This looks just weird because it is not helping. How does it help? I will put my bishop to b2 eventually. h6, I have no idea how it helps black. So we have here different ways of proceeding with the white pieces. We can put the bishop to e3 or put the bishop to b2. Both is looking pretty decent, but maybe we have a nice trick. So let me play bishop e3 first. I'm aiming for this a7 pawn. And let's see what is going to be the next move of our opponent. Oh, he allows us little trick, I think. We are capable now of getting much better position, so we are pushing the f. Boom. Once you see the f, there is something special on the chessboard, so it is white to play. What should we play here? Can you find the next move? I am gonna give you 20-30 seconds to find the next move. Think for yourself. I see also L in the chat. Welcome everyone here to VChess. We have our VChess family getting bigger, and this is excellent because again we're here to learn. We're here for the people with a critical thinking, for the people who are more serious than just screaming something mainstream that is to 99% just nonsense. So in case you believe that you are the right person for the channel, like and subscribe. You will see you will get better. I give you 10 seconds more to think about what is the winning combination here for white. Very nice trick. In case you see that, this is great because it means you are already a good chess player. And the next move is bishop takes a7. So you see that our opponent, who is 2442 rated, he didn't see that bishop takes a7. He hoped to play the move b6. And the trick is that after b6, we're able to take on b6. Boom! We are attacking the queen and the rook on a1 cannot be taken. I see in the chat, some of you found this. Bishop takes a7, excellent. In case you see this kind of things, this is excellent. But actually, is it working? Because there is still the move b6. Oof, I made a blunder maybe. Maybe it was not working. This is terrible. What did I do? I thought I have the response to go back, but I made maybe a mistake. No, what did I do? I made a mistake. What an error. I thought I have the option of going back, but now I see I don't. What a mistake by me. No, I pushed the E button way too early. This is terrible. What did I do? No, I just blundered. This is happening when you're talking too much. I just made a blunder. No. Why did I blunder that? We had such a good position. And now this terrible blunder. Alright, so we're doing now obviously horrible. So we have to find a way to continue the game after this horrible blunder. I thought that I can take, but what a blunder. No. How to fight in the current position actually feels very difficult to fight on now. We have to find a way to collect at least a couple of pawns for this disaster. So, what can we do here? To collect a couple of pawns is also not so easy. There is this b6 move coming next. We would like to collect the pawn on e5, so how can we do that without losing major material next? It would be great to play knight on d2, but there is still b6, and we cannot collect the 3 pawns. This is an issue. In case we could, it would be a fight, but how to collect the 3 pawns for the piece? I think I have to play something like the move rook a3. I don't see something better, but what a blunder. No! Bishop a7, terrible. I thought it is just a winning move, but I completely forgot that we are not capable of saving the bishop. Terrible. Terrible. What can I say? Yeah, this kind of one-move blunders, I'm doing them quite rarely, but yeah, everything is possible. Let's take now the knight on e5. I don't see something better that we are able to do, so I hope that we will get a little bit of compensation, but maybe not. Terrible blunder. Terrible blunder. Let's fight on. Let's fight in this horrible position. The chances here to survive are pretty small, to be honest, but let's fight on. Knight on e5. We had such a good position where I didn't play a queen on c1. He had no castle, he had no nothing. What a blunder. No. Alright, let's play. Let's play, let's fight. Let's see if he's going to take the knight or he's going to take the bishop. Both is good for black, obviously. So now at least our bishop is alive. Maybe far away we'll get some little bit of chances here to be back. Doesn't look like that, to be honest, but let's fight. So the rook is under attack. We have to take. There is nothing else that I can do. Next we will try to defend the pawn on b4. How can we do that? We can do that by playing the move c3. The rook is getting here on a1. Looks just horrible. This is looking just extremely bad. So maybe we have the move bishop on c5. Is it helping? No, maybe we have to play bishop on a5, at least to keep the rook close for the current moment. Because if the rook gets here, it's gonna be just a game over. So we have the 3 pawns. In theory, we might be fighting. So let's fight. If we keep somehow the 3 pawns on a long distance, maybe we're gonna have a little bit of chances in the current position, but it feels extremely bad. So c3 is sort of must, I think. Or do I have something else? I have the move queen on d2 and taking with the queen here. It looks also horrible. Let's fight in this horrible position. So, what should we do here? I think I have to play queen on d2, at least to keep this kind of pawn structure, to have, in theory, some little bit of chances. If this pawn structure is gonna be damaged, I don't think I have a chance. Now he changes our queens. And he wants to take, so I think I should take with a bishop probably, but then there is this move rook a1 coming next. It all looks horrible. This is all looking horrible. I think I have to take. I don't have something else, so we take. To defend this position is not looking very realistic, to be honest, but let's see. For the moment it is not completely over yet. So we keep on fighting. Now we have to defend here by playing the move rook on c1. We don't have something else. We are hoping to get bishop c3 next. Let's fight. So, Hadi BM is with us. Good morning to Hadi. Hadi made a beautiful video, by the way. Check it out. Very nice video by Hadi, which we published on our channel. So let's go with this one. We are a little bit back. I don't know what he's doing. We are getting back into the game. Because now we have already quite some chances to be alright. By the way, he's changing rooks, which is also a bad idea. We are completely back. Soon we will be doing better. If the game continues like that, we will be doing better. It's amazing, because the guy is changing the wrong pieces. He should not change these pieces. Let's continue playing good chess, so let's go here. So we try to be as stable as possible. And the 3 pawns are going to start moving, so our opponent is... I think he was maybe a little bit too excited with the piece up, but now we are completely back. And we have this knight f4 idea, or should we play the move f4? Both is possible, I think. Let's go with the move f4, because I think I can create a little bit of threats, even on the king side here. We are completely back. Queen on d6. Now, how to advance the pawns in the best way, I'm not sure, but let's play this move knight on g3. So maybe somewhere we might get a chance to play the move f5, maybe somewhere we get a chance to play the move e5, and then that's knight e4, knight f6 is coming next. Of course, I would like to advance the pawns, so the main idea is here to push the pawns forward, somewhere to play the move d4, And maybe first, let's go with the move queen on e3. So we are trying to be as stable as possible. Next is this. So we will be advancing. Knight a4, where is the guy going? This looks very strange, because I don't know where the knight is being moved. We have this e5, now knight e4. It looks so dangerous, but maybe first, let's push here the move d4. Should I push or should I not push the move d4? I think so. Let's go with the move d4. So we are advancing. We would like to push d5 next. Slowly, slowly, we are completely back into the game, except having little time on the clock. The rest is okay, I think. Now, let's go with the move d5, I think. Look at that. Our pawns started to move forward. Is it possible that we will be doing fine in the current position? Now we have this idea of e5 somewhere, how to get it, how to get the e5 on the board. What should I do here? Maybe something like h4. So we're getting this h5 idea somewhere. Because I was afraid to play this queen d4, he might take, and then we have this move h5. Yes, it is a draw, but I think we can aim for more than a draw in the current position here. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I should just be happy with a draw. Let's see. This move, by the way, was not good. No, this move was terrible. Terrible move by me. I should not have played it. This was just bad. Now we have to move away here. I'm still hoping for the move h5 somewhere. I should not have done it. This was not good. Let's go queen on f2, attacking the knight. Maybe we get this h5. In case we get to h5, then things are good. So we are getting the move h5. This is very, very important because the king's position now is going to be pretty weak on h7. The only thing is I have very little time on the clock, so let's play faster. Queen f6. Are there some threats? I'm not seeing yet the threats by black, but there might be some. So let's take the pawn first and then let's think later. King takes. Whoa, what is that? Let's move on. Let's move the pawns. There is a check, I see that, but we just move back. It is so dangerous now for black. Things are starting to get very shaky here for black. We have the move f5 somewhere. Might be very, very dangerous, so let's proceed with the move f5 check now. We are almost back from this horrible start of the game where I thought we are winning, but actually it was just a losing continuation, so this was terrible. Now look at the white pawns. We're pushing, 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 and it looks like we're almost having now already a winning position here with the white pieces because the pawns are unstoppable. The only thing that can stop us actually is a bad time. So we have very, very limited time on the clock. Now I would like to activate here the queen. And can we win the current position? I don't know, but I think we should be able. Let's move the pawns here. Let's advance them. In case we change the queens, the game is over. Are we able to change the queens in the current position? Because then it is just complete game over. We are very, very close to win the game. The king is so safe on g1. To win the current game would be amazing because we just had completely lost position. And we are recovering from this kind of start of the game. Wow. We're being lucky. d7 next. We have the check here next in case we need to check. But I'm not sure that we need the check because I don't see how we proceed after. So let's promote the pawn. Pawn promotion is looking like a good idea, I think. Or, yeah, it looks, I think, the right way to play. Knight on e4, good defense by our opponent. And how can we win here? I think I should take because I don't see something better. So take is sort of must. And should we play e7 or should we play d7? I think d7 is a way to play. I don't see a better move. Yeah, now we have this kind of queen endgame. It is a winning queen endgame, but I have so little time on the clock, so I think I'm not capable of winning this queen endgame. But let's see. Let's see, maybe I will be fast enough, but it doesn't look like that. So we should go, I think, slowly for a draw here, because I don't see how we are capable of winning this queen endgame, because I am usually not fast enough. Yes, all we need to do is to get the pawn to c7, and it is resignation. But are we fast enough? Because I also have this kind of bad ping here. So it's gonna be very, very difficult. We have one move to go, c7. It is game over after the move c7. Fast enough or not fast enough to win the game? Let's see. There are no checks, there is no nothing. c7, we are almost there. Nice trick, c8 queen, because we're gonna take the queen and we should be fast enough now. We should be fast enough to win the game. So let's see if we are fast enough to win the game. It should be enough time here. Oh, almost blundered, but we have this move. Now we play this. Now we play queen f7, and just in time to checkmate. Oof. This was close. This was close. So just in time to win the game. Unbelievable finish of the current game. Piece down from the beginning because I spoke too much, so I made a blunder. This is what happens when you talk too much. You're just blundering something. But then we recovered, we had a better endgame, then slowly, step by step, we managed to win the current game, just having a couple of seconds on the clock, and I'm very bad in this kind of 1 minute game. So, I think, huge game, like and subscribe to VHS. Once again, we're staying objective here. Sometimes we have good games, sometimes we have terrible games, and we are admitting that always. So, we stay objective. So yeah, it was tough. It was tough till the last second. Just imagine 5 seconds difference. If I would have 5 seconds less, I would just lose on time. Incredible. Very, very lucky, obviously, to come back from this horrible position at the beginning. Game review. Here, we are not doing game reviews because it is loss of time. I'm commenting during the game on almost everything. In case I have some kind of spectacular moments, only then we're doing sometimes game reviews. Otherwise, it would be just a double, and why to make that double? So, bishop on d3, unusual way to play the King's Indian defense. We have here interesting idea, by the way, with move bishop g4. Let me show you, because the usual idea is to play e5. Of course, this is normal. What? Bishop d3, bishop g4, bishop e2 back? What is that? I think he is just joking with us. And also he plays instantly bishop e2 back. Something like this I have never seen. Because you lose a tempo in the opening. And also this is instant play by the guy. How is it possible? Incredible. Okay, now we go of course with the move c5. So we're activating. We are doing very, very well here with black. Just a tempo up in a position where actually it's very important to save every tempo you can, because it is King's Indian, so it is a very, very sharp position in most of the cases. This is something that I have never seen before, to play like that. Wow. Okay, in any case, we have different options now to take on f3, to take on d4, then we have this knight c6 coming with a tempo. This is usually a good option. So this is option number 1. Option number 2 is just to get knight on c6 out. I guess there is d5 coming. Then we're gonna take knight on d4. We have beautiful knight on d4. I like this option. Number 2 with a move knight on c6. So let's go. Let's see what is going to happen next. And after the current game, I will be playing against one of you, our VHS supporters. And to make a choice against who I will be playing, please, we have Heidi BM here. Heidi, make a choice who should be our next opponent. I see a message in the chat. What's your feeder rating? I mean, this is a message after which, for example, I don't know what to say. You're too lazy to check it out just online. In case you're so lazy, I think this channel is just wrong for you. We are here trying to have good people again with critical thinking, who are not writing just some nonsense. If you are, I mean, you cannot check the feeder rating list to know the rating of someone, and then what's your feeder rating? Play with me. I mean, what is this kind of comment? This is just incredible. All right, let's come back to the game, and I think we have here just a simple way to get a very nice position. We're taking on d4. So after taking on d4, we will be taking, of course, this kind of huge bishop. So we will be controlling the dark squares. And like the most positions, bishop on g7 without the opponent bishop of the same color is just a monster piece. So this bishop is so good. That's why black is doing usually better in these positions. Bishop f3, not so good. Bishop g7, just fantastic. Now we have this pressure on the c4 pawn. We have the idea, knight on d7, knight e5, knight on c5 coming next. We have queen b6 idea somewhere, because I think the queen has to be moved from d4. So yeah, to play these positions is just so difficult. g3, how does it help? How does it help to play the move g3? The both pair of rooks are not developed yet, so of course you should try to get the rooks first into the game and then play moves like g3. I think for those of you who are here on the channel, you would not make a mistake like playing the move g3, because we are always analyzing, and yeah, we always try to be logical, so we improve. We improve on the things we do. Queen a7, how is it possible to take this pawn? Is it okay? Because I thought it leads to a horrible position for white, but let's see. Maybe it is possible to take the queen, the pawn. I thought knight c5, how to get out the queen from a7. Is there a way out for the queen? Because I would like just to win the queen. I don't know. Is there a way out for the queen? In case there is no way out, of course we can always take, for example, here play knight c5. This is a beautiful position. We have the move knight to on e5 with a very good position for black, but maybe this move is just winning the game. Queen a3, we have rook a8, queen on b4. We are not winning the queen yet. This is of course very bad luck, because we cannot finish the game instantly, because it looks like we should be able, but I think maybe we are not. Well, we cannot win the queen. This is very upsetting, because it would be just a beautiful win, but no, we cannot. So okay, the game goes on. Let's play. Bishop takes c3. I like this move. Also, he pre-moves bc. Well, how he knows that I'm gonna take. Okay, knight on c5. This is the usual way to play it. Now we have this beautiful knight against a bad bishop. The rook is getting there. We're gonna put some heavy pressure on the a file. Black is doing obviously better, because there is nothing white can do against the knight on c5. This pawn is protected very well. It gives big advantage here to the black pieces. This kind of exchange, it looks a bit unusual maybe for many of you, but it's not a bad exchange, because we have this untouchable knight on c5. Alright, thank you for all the good comments here in the chat, for the good discussions, and if the stream every day, I'm trying to stream every day. As you surely understand, it is not easy. Our opponent with the move rook d1, oh no, what is that? We are pushing the F button, because we have the winning continuation now for black. Boom! So, please write your answer in the chat. Black to play. Black is winning here, and till you are searching for the win of black, please, Heidi BM, where is Heidi? Heidi always here with us, but now I don't see Heidi, because maybe... Ah, no, Heidi answered. Heidi answered. I just missed the answer of Heidi. So, British Indian to play next. I think this is what Heidi meant. British Indian, are you here? in case you are here, please let us know what is your account name, British Indian, for your contribution to the VChess channel, British Indian. In case you like to play the next game, we will be playing. Let me see what is your account name. Please challenge me after the current game, so we are not waiting. No, British Indian seems to be not here at the moment. So, HadiBM, who should be the next guy to play? Today, HadiBM is deciding who we will be playing next. So, usually one time per stream, I'm playing someone of you, sometimes twice. So, Rook e8, for those of you who saw the move for Rook e8, extremely good because the queen is under attack, the queen has no squares to go. So actually the guy took on a7, just hoping for some luck. I thought he made the calculation because it was looking just so scary. No, he was just hoping for some luck, and there is no luck here. So, HadiBM, let me know, who should we play next? HadiBM is writing. What is he writing? I don't see what HadiBM is writing. HadiBM is thinking who to play next. So, Hadi is saying maybe Akshay. Akshay, are you here? Let me know. Hadi is saying Akshay, let me know if you're here. I see Akshay is here. So Akshay, in case you like to play a game, let me know what is your account name, and of course, Akshay is here. Alright, so what is your account name, and challenge me immediately after the game, so we will be not wasting time for nothing. Let's go back to the current game. We have the exchange up position, which gives to black. Of course, I think it is just a win, except we will be blundering something. So, step by step, let's go. We have here the bishop on f3, which theoretically might become better, but there is an easy way to stop white from doing that. e5, boom. The bishop is now like a pawn. So, such moves like e5 is something that is autoplay. I see Akshay saying, yep, I see your nickname, excellent. So just challenge me after the current game. I see a question. I'm a new subscriber. How can I challenge you, Naiditsch? There's no way to challenge me except you contribute to our VChess family. So stay with us, be an active member, help us to grow. I mean, this is the idea of the whole channel, that we are getting some kind of nice chess, for the moment, small family that is having the goal of enjoying the beautiful game of chess, that's having the goal of improving in chess step by step. So become a member, join us. Over the time, you will be playing like everybody else. So I don't make exceptions. I'm always fair to everyone, and I'm always playing equally strong against everyone. So there's no special benefits to anybody. We are, again, very, very objective channel. No big announcements like play the only winning opening, etc. When I see this kind of things on YouTube, I'm thinking, who would ever believe in this? And obviously there are so many players who are getting lessons from people who are mentioning things like that. This is just horrible. There's such a scam. But if you are not thinking critically, yes, you might believe in this kind of things. Next, bishop on e2. So we have the full control. Next, we might have this easy win, for example, just to walk the king here to b4, take the pawn on c4. There is nothing white can do about it, so all we need to do is to walk. Of course, there are faster ways to win the game. We might have this b5 idea somewhere, but we don't need it. So very important in this kind of endgames, put the pawns on the opposite of the bishop, opposite color of the bishop. So king h2, now we can just finish the game by winning the bishop, but otherwise I would play g5, h6, and then slowly get my king to b4 and it is resignation because the bishop is so bad. So in case you play endgames, it's very easy. Try to put, let's say if you have light square bishop, put the pawns on the dark square so your bishop will become more active. It's gonna be better. In case you do the reverse thing, your bishop becomes a pawn. And as you can see, for example, our opponent, he doesn't know this kind of basic strategies. So it means that he is not very focused on learning chess. For those of you who are staying here with us on VChess channel, all of you, you know that, yeah, these are basic strategies. Ask Bean in the chat. Bean is getting better game by game, day by day, because I remember the first game against Bean. Well, Bean had things to improve. Now he already became quite a good chess player. So, yes, still way to go, of course, but yeah. Bean is making huge progress. Also, Hadi said that he's making good progress here day by day. Except Hadi has to change his opening repertoire. He always keeps the bishop on b2. I don't know why. I don't know why you do that, Hadi. So now we put the rook on the second rank. We play e3, then we just promote, and the guy is going to resign. The next game is gonna be against Akshay. Let's see. So these are the last moves of the current game. In case you're enjoying my comments, and of course in case you're enjoying our channel, like and subscribe here to VChess to become a better chess player. So next move is a checkmate, and we are giving a checkmate. All right, so this game is played. Next game, Akshay, let's go. Let's go, Akshay. Yes, I see your account name. Please challenge me. And we are going to play against one of our VChess supporters. Today, Hadi BM is the judge of the channel. Judge Hadi BM. By the way, check out the video from Hadi BM. He made a fan video. He made a great effort to make the video, because actually to make such videos, it takes a lot of time, because I know it, that it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. We should appreciate the work of Hadi BM. Yeah, great video. Check it out in the video section of our channel. Otherwise, till I don't see the channel, I don't see the challenge. Please, Akshay, where is your challenge? We're waiting. We are waiting for a challenge, man. Where is your challenge? Let's go, let's go, let's go. To keep the things going. Still no challenge by Akshay. So, till we are waiting for Akshay, you can check out the current book in case you are from the mobile phones. By the way, we have a new member. Welcome, welcome, Chess Video World. Welcome to our VChess family. Yes, I see you became a member. Excellent. Welcome, welcome. Now, till we are waiting for Akshay, still no challenge for Akshay, from Akshay. What is happening? You can check out the book Chess Gamer in case you're from the mobile phone. Probably you see the promotion of it. It's a very, very nice game. Nice book. What nice game? Nice book, Chess Gamer, because you have a lot of different tactical ideas to get into the world of chess. Check it out. It is for direct download. So you can get the book instantly and you can become a better chess player. So the game begins with the move e4. Let's go maybe with the move e5. So let's probably play the central opening e4, e5. Let's go. Knight on f3, knight on c6. So let's see if we have usually bishop c4 Italian game, or Spanish with a bishop b5, or the e4 it would be the Scotch. Now we have bishop c4 Italian game. I'm answering with a move bishop on c5. This is as well one of the most common answers. So let me read the chat. Do you play a lot of chess? I have been a professional chess player for 30 years. Yes, I played a lot of chess. Now obviously I am not, otherwise I would be not streaming. So you cannot have two jobs at the same time. Also, this is what we see with Nakamura, who is streaming all the way, all the time, and his chess results are getting lower. So he played not so well now the candidates, and there's very simple reason why this happened, because you cannot have two jobs simultaneously. This is not working on a high level. So we have the Italian game. all is pretty normal currently. In the chat, of course, give some support for Akshay, who is playing white against us. We have the short castle, very normal, d6 also very normal. So it's pretty symmetrical at the current moment, but sometimes it gets quickly not symmetrical because white is playing the move c3. This is the normal way to play the Italian game in most of the cases. We have ideas, oh, knight g5, get going very aggressive immediately for the pawn on f7, but the pawn f7 can be defended by the short castle. So in most of the cases, moves like knight on g5 are not the best, because first development, then attack. In case you attack with just couple of pieces on the board, in most of the cases your opponent is able to defend from this kind of attacks. Of course, you might crush your opponent by tactics, but in most of the cases, no, this is not gonna work. So c3 move is a good move, but it would be much better to play the move c3 first and then to play later, much later, knight on g5 in case you have a chance for it. Now look at that, we play the move h6, the knight is under attack, and probably there's nothing better than to walk back. So white lost a lot of time by playing the move knight on g5. Wrong strategy, it has nothing to do with calculation, it was just a bad strategy. So a5, very useful. First of all, after d4 we have this bishop a7. Secondary, we are defending from the move b4, so a5. And look at this symmetrical position, and in case you're just joining the game, you might say, how is it possible that black has like a 2-tempo up? And we have this because of the knight on g5 and knight on f3 back. Just not the best play by white. Next we have easy answers like the move bishop on e6. So we would like maybe to change the bishop. In case bishop is taking on e6, we have the move f takes e6 with a very solid position. Bishop goes to b3. Yes, this is normal, but now black has couple of ways to play here. One way, just simply take the bishop, and we're maybe playing queen d7 next, for example. This position is, I think, pretty equal. This is evaluation, and I think this is one of the best ways. We can also go queen d7 first. We have d5 idea here, also a good idea to play d5. Nothing wrong with playing the move d5. But I like this bishop takes b3. Why do I like the move? Because now the queen is on b3, which is not a perfect position usually for the white queen. To take the pawn on b7, this almost never works because we have rook b8 and the queen is trapped. Oh, too fast played by Akshay. Probably Akshay is new to our channel. This is things that we are not doing on our channel. To play very quickly, such a decisive move. Let's think. First of all, we're gonna push the F. Number one, boom. So we have a winning continuation. Number two, chess is a lot about psychology. So what is the thinking process when you're taking on b7? The thinking process is GM blundered me a pawn. So you're thinking that you see something that GM doesn't. Is it possible? Yes, but it would be a very rare case. So in 99% of cases, you should think, maybe it's a trap. GM is not giving me presents, so maybe it is a trap, I should not take the pawn. And this is a logical thinking that you should have during the game. So again, we have to develop this kind of critical thinking. So at least before taking the pawn, you have the doubts. You say, wow, maybe GM has an idea. I mean, he's not so bad, so he would maybe not give us a pawn for free. So let me take more time to think about the move queen takes b7, which is now almost instantly played by Akshay. So the thinking process is just so important in case you want to become a good chess player. But I think in general in life, you have to develop this kind of critical thinking, that you have the matter of doubt that maybe I am wrong, and you are just evaluating the things very logically. So all this kind of mainstream media mentality is horrible, because people are saying random things about random topics about which they have no idea, and everyone is thinking I am expert in everything. I am, for example, quite good at chess, but I am not good as an engineer, because I am not an engineer. So obviously I will be listening and not saying my opinion to a high-level professional in the other field. So the same in chess. We have to develop this kind of thinking that we say, alright, we have to learn some things, how to get better, what did I do wrong, what should I do next time better, otherwise you're just not improving. So let's go back to the game. We have now this kind of queen up position that obviously is a winning position for black. So let's activate the queen. Queen is very, very strong once queen is in the center because queen just starts crushing. Let's go with the move queen on d3. We are attacking the pawn on c3. We would like to take knight on e4 next. It's not possible to come back from such a position for white. In case you're playing a good player, we have Akshay playing way too fast. But I think this game is going to be a good lesson. So next time, Akshay is doing the things better. This is a key aspect of our channel. I remember again playing games against Solomon, who got much better, Bean, who got much better. HDBM is having a lot of thoughts how to improve, and this is a key. You do something wrong, you do it next time better. For that, we have to stay objective. In case we are not objective, we are just learning zero. Knight takes on e4. We are winning the central pawn. Once again, queen is just so powerful in the center because it plays left, right. It combines all the winning strats, mating ideas, etc, etc. We have Akshay with so much time on the clock, but spend your time better. Spend your time wisely. In the beginning, try to get a good position first. Because in case you have a bad position, the time is not going to help you. So yeah, problems. We have problems here in the position of white. Let me read a little bit the comments, because it's difficult to do talking, playing, explaining and reading simultaneously. Too difficult for just one GM. Rook e1, and by the way, all of that is reminding me on a joke. There's a joke. So there's a general in the army, and the general is saying to his helper, send 1 million soldiers to the left flank, send 1 million soldiers to the right flank, and where is the air support? We need air support. And the helper of the general is saying, the guy for the air support has today a break. So a little bit similar. Bishop on c1. Attacking the queen. Obviously we will not be giving the queen to our opponent, but we have here another little beautiful tactics, and it is to take on f2. So this is what we're gonna do next. We will be taking here on f2. You see the power of the queen. So yeah. British Indian is back, by the way. British Indian, we wanted to have a game with you. HDBM selected you, but you've been not here. So British Indian, just to make your breakfast even better, in case you would like to have a game, challenge me immediately, because this game is going to be over soon. Please tell us your account name. We will be playing the next game, British Indian, in case you are here. So let me see, what do we have here? Please, again, in the chat, don't ask like, can I play the next game? This is not the way to get a game. You are not reaching nothing by it. I'm always selecting randomly those of you who are participating in discussions, who are supporting us. We are trying to build a great channel with great people. So alright, so now we are finishing the current game. Queen up, so obviously that's it. Next, knight on d4. We collect the rest of the material from white, and we'll be giving a checkmate. Alright, British Indian again disappeared. The breakfast, the big breakfast probably. British Indian is eating the big breakfast. Alright, I remember me visiting Scotland. I like to go to Scotland when I was younger, to Edinburgh, and I remember the big English breakfast. especially in case you're having some drinks in the evening. Yeah, the big English breakfast is definitely important. Good. So, it's gonna be a checkmate during the next couple of moves. It's too late to think in this position, so there's no hope to recover from something like that. And the checkmate is going to be very, very soon on the board. So, queen on g3 and queen on g1 is going to be a checkmate. I see a question in the chat. Did you play any Indian GMs? Of course, I played against Vishy so many games. Against Vishy Anand, I think for me he is the only Indian superstar. For me, Vishy is by far #1, the best ever from the Indian side. So I played against Vishy Anand very many games. Of course, I played games as well against people like Hari Krishna. I played Gukesh or Vidit. So these are good chess players, but you cannot compare them to Vishy Anand. Vishy is just a different level. Okay, next game. We are playing random opponents. We are continuing our 10-minute games. We have the Caro-Kann defense. Let's go with the move knight on c3. Of course, warm words for Ashkai in the chat, please. I hope Ashkai enjoyed the game, but wrong strategy, long strategy. It's you should learn from the game and don't do the same mistakes next time. Yes, you played too fast, Ashkai. This is correct. This is correct. Okay, so we have now this kind of Philidor here. Is it a good Philidor or a bad Philidor? Let's see what is going to happen next. Let's get the bishop to c4. So we are getting ready with the pressure on f7. Risky position, by the way, for our opponent here, because it's like over Caro-Kann we are getting Philidor, quite unusual. Let's see. I think black has to be careful here. Black has to be very careful because knight g5 might be so powerful because of this weird move order. Bishop on e7 been played to avoid the knight on g5 idea, so maybe we're just reaching the normal Philidor. And let's go. I had the move. I know I could have taken the bishop knight on g5, but it's no problem. So let's go with a normal Philidor. a4, preventing the move b5. Next is rook e1. So we are back to the main line of the Philidor defense. a5, quite unusual play because normally short castle first. Can I make use of this with the white pieces? Not sure. Okay, there is something crazy like bishop takes f7 now, but I'm not sure it is a good idea. Yes, it's funny to play this position with a knight on e6. Objectively speaking, I don't think it is the right way to play here with a white. So I think I should not do this kind of craziness, but it's funny. It's funny. For example, take f7, you have knight on g5, knight on e6 next. Very funny play, but objectively speaking, probably it's not the best. Let's continue with normal play with a move rook on e1. So very normal play for Philidor. We keep the pieces in the center, h3 just in case not to have knight on d6 with a move bishop g4 with a tempo. Queen on c7, also this is very normal. Now somewhere the idea d5 might be dangerous, so let's go away with the bishop on a2, quite useful. We keep the bishop on the long diagonal. For the moment, everything is pretty normal. White has a couple of ways to play on. We have the move d5 somewhere, we have the bishop e3 somewhere, we have the knight on h4 somewhere. So these are the three major ideas. Hadi BM is saying new playlist. No, it's the same songs. The same songs. Hadi, the same. Alright. Could you play some Italian game? Yeah, no problem. I can play all possible openings. This is not an issue. Now rook on e8 is giving us, I think, the opportunity to play the move knight on g5, because we are getting to the f7 pawn and not so easy to defend the pawn. So we have now the chance of playing this knight on g5 because rook e8 is looking weird. Now he just goes back, but I don't think it's a great idea to lose a tempo like that. Still h6 will be played. Yes, the difference is not like decisive, but why to play it with the black pieces? That is a question. I might be able somewhere to sacrifice even on f7 because it leads now to crazy positions, which could be dangerous for black. So very dangerous play. Maybe not a bad play, but very dangerous play. let's get some pieces into the game. So bishop e3, we are usually first developing the pieces, then we see what is happening next. The question is, how do you cope with copyright music? So we have a businessman in the channel. There are special songs that can be used for YouTube that are copyright free. This is a way to deal with the issue. Knight on b6, is it a good knight or a bad knight on b6? Where does the knight go? I don't know where the knight goes, so I think, I don't know, knight on b6, again, a bit unusual to put the knight here, but it's not so bad. Now, can we do something with the sacrifice on f7, because it looks like it should be doable to sacrifice on f7 at some moment. Maybe we can get the moment by playing the move queen on d3. So I have here a beautiful trap by playing the move queen on d3. Let's see if our opponent sees the trap, and I'm also not gonna tell you what is a trap, because you might be able to think for yourself. Solomon is saying you never played Scotch. I would like to see you playing the Scotch. Yeah, I can also play the Scotch. Just Scotch is not a great opening in my opinion, because we get like forced positions that are not so interesting in most of the cases. But okay, I can play one game the Scotch now, no problem. Bishop on d8, what is that? Where is the bishop going? Bishop almost disappeared from the board. And I think we have a beautiful combination here for white. We can even start the combo in different ways. So I will start it with DE, and then I will give you some time to think about it, because it's gonna be very, very nice. So you will have some time to think about how to win the current position with the white pieces. I think now we have a winning combination, but the level of this combination is high, so take your time. White to play. I'm going to push the F, because I think we have a winning way here. It's a straight win. But take your time. This is a high level, so take your time. Take your time. I will also double check if I'm correct here. Actually, we have different wins, to be honest, but we have a straight win of the game. So it's very, very beautiful. I would like to see if you see the direct way of winning. Maybe, actually, we don't need to do that, so it's not a must. This is not a must win, but it's just so nice. So I would like to push the F for that. I will give you a little bit more time to think about it. Actually, I'm gonna tell you in advance, I'm not gonna play this move, because we have even more simple way of winning. Now I see it that there is no reason for that, but still a very, very beautiful way. So I think you made your thoughts already. And the winning way, just try to calculate together with me to see the position. Bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes f7, rook takes f7, queen on c4. So we would like to take the rook on f7. The only way is now with the queen c7 back, protecting the rook. And we have the move rook a d1. We are attacking the bishop on the 8, and there is no way to save the bishop, because if bishop moves, we are taking the rook on f7, because we have knight g5 and queen on c4. So it's a little bit maybe complex line, but very, very beautiful. So bishop b6, bishop takes f7, queen on c4, attacking the rook. Queen has to go back, and rook, rook on d1. Little long line, but a nice one. For those of you who could follow the line, I think you see how beautiful it is. It is not a must play, so I can go, for example, first a rook on d1. I think this is even easier, because there is no way to defend from anything here. He still plays the move knight on d7, so now we will be capturing the pawn on f7. Is it possible? Yes, it is. We can take the pawn, and it is game over. But for those of you anyway who could follow the line, this is great. If in case you can see the position clearly. Next, we have this bishop takes f7, rook takes, and then we take the knight, and it looks like it is a game over. So I think let's double check. There is some kind of queen f2 check, so it is a little bit of fighting still from the side of black, but it is, I think, a winning move. Knight takes f7.
Looks completely winning. Let me double check it. Yeah, there is not much to check here, so I think we are just taking on f7, and it should be a game over. We have the knight, bishop takes b6 idea. Even this idea is not a must, because we can just protect the pawn on f2 first, and then to play bishop takes b6 or bishop takes b6 immediately. I don't think it matters here, because I don't see a defense in both cases. Take, we play the move queen on c4, so we have the pin. Queen has to take. We're simply going away here on h1, and that's it. So there is no defense. Rook f1 is coming next. It is a complete game over. Maybe b5 idea is there. So maybe it is not complete game over, even if it looks like it is complete game over. So let's choose wisely. Let's not rush the things, because how to win the game in the most clean way? Maybe it is just to play the move even rook f1, the most easy way, because the knight has no squares, the knight has no squares. There is no way in case bishop moves where we are winning. So, okay, I don't know actually. Okay, rook f1. Everything is winning. I don't know what is the cleanest way to win the game, so let's go just with a simple rook f1, because we have this f4 push. We are able to take there, we are able to take here, everything is under attack. This should be just a easily winning position for white here. I don't know if this is the best, but f4 next, it looks like game over, so let's play it, but maybe there was something easier even. So, the line, for example, that we saw before. Let's see. In any case, I should play way faster. I'm playing so slow. I just checked the time and I see, oof. Why do I play so slowly? The good thing is that we are still doing winning here, so it's gonna be very difficult for black to recover from all of that. Actually, I don't think there is a way to recover. So we have the f4 coming next. It looks just like a winning position for white. Look at these pieces here. No moves for the pieces of black. It should be a win. I could have taken also on b6, by the way. So, as we planned, let's go with the move f4. So, additional piece is getting into the game. We have here the bishop on a2. To hold position like this is very unexpected. It should end with a checkmate. Still, every chess game is a fight. So, the fight goes on. We have to play good chess to win the game. Is there a way to defend here for black? I don't know. Maybe something like this, because I might be playing even f5 to get this kind of full domination on the board. We have knight on c5. Is it helping with the pin? Not really. So I think we can just go back for one move. There's bishop e6 coming, so maybe we will be taking first. So we have the pin, which is like eternal. Now we just go back. Is there a way for black to do something against the pin? Doesn't seem like. So we should be winning. We should be winning. He goes away. Now we have just taking the rook, I think. And how to win the current position. Should be completely winning, but we are still fighting. So okay, let's get the active rook. Somehow he survived. How is it possible? Amazing. Black survived. It looked like complete game over. Now black is back into the game. Amazing, but he plays also extremely strong moves here. Out of nowhere, our opponent survived here. Incredible. We had such a winning position again. I'm playing so poorly. Such a poor play by me once again. And now black is back. We are doing, of course, better, I think, here with white, because we have this knight f4, queen on c3, but I played so poorly, the guy survived. This is just horrible. I don't know why I Sometimes I am playing so poorly. We are still not on a bad way, but he defended also with an unbelievable play, because it looked like it is game over, but maybe it was game over. I just missed something, but I don't know. I don't know, having little time on the clock, I just have to play some moves. This is a problem of little time. I cannot spend more time on one move to find the right solution. It felt like, yes, I should have something, but I didn't see what. Now we're, I think, still doing better here. 2 pieces, but these are not very good pieces at the moment. Knight of 4 is coming. I might be able to get the bishop on e6, the knight on b6 doing nothing. Now he brings the knight into the game, so I will be playing knight on f4. Let's get the bishop on e6. And let's see what is going to be the next move by black. But this is, again, incredible play, knight on d7, because he plays the best moves. This is so weird, because in the beginning of the game he played poorly, and now he's playing fantastic defense ideas. Because I guess his idea is to get the knight back, but this is fantastic. Very difficult to understand this kind of level of play, because it is very good. These ideas are very strong. So yeah, the game goes on. Let's go. Let's go. Rook f8. Is it working? I think I can just take here. So this was weird. This was really strange. After fantastic play, we have this kind of move. Makes no sense. I think we are capable of playing queen f5. No, so weird. He defended fantastic, and then he makes a mistake, which is, I think, a very obvious mistake, because how can you go for such an endgame? This kind of endgame is just over, so why do you do that? So weird, so weird. This kind of level difference of play is just so strange. We have it in a lot of our games, that sometimes our opponent is not doing so well, and then he plays like the best. So this is just strange. Should we go with the move rook d8? It is very good, but I think we should simplify to win the game easier. Oh, no time at all on the clock, so I should play now very quickly. It is just because I don't have time. This position should be much better for white, because we will be getting to the c6 pawn. We have a lot of pawns extra in this position, so we're doing way better, but so little time on the clock. We should play the move c3 next. Oh, he plays also very unusual move, so let's collect some of his pawns. Pawn on b5 is g5, also terrible move, because the king is going to be now under attack, so make no sense. Next, let's play first rook on b7 to cut the king. Next, we should bring our king. This is a good idea, but let's first play the move g3. Maybe I should have played, by the way, no, I should not. Let's go g3 just in case. Let's go with the move g3. Position is completely winning, but we have so little time on the clock again, because I'm talking. I should not speak so much. Let's go with this one. I think we will be able to promote the pawn next. Is it already the pawn promotion or not yet? Let's go. No, not yet. Again, I made a mistake. Terrible. What am I doing here? Little time on the clock. I have to play so quickly. I have to play very quickly. Let's see if we will be fast enough to win the game. Bishop a3. If you let me guess 10 times, I would never guess a move like bishop e3 to put the bishop completely out of the game by himself. This is crazy. So now we are collecting a little bit of the material. Let's collect a little bit of the pieces of black. There is a check. Let's go here, so there are no more checks left, and the b pawn is going to run now. Let's run. Let's run the b pawn. The pawn is running. Is he fast enough to catch the pawn? Let's see. The B pawn is very, very quick. Still. Oh, wow. Let's attack the bishop. Let's attack the bishop. Let's play here. And the B pawn. Let's go. Let's go, little pawn. 20 seconds for our opponent. Yes, we will be winning the game, I guess. So the pawn is almost there, but there's some kind of knight e7 crazy defense. Now b7 is a deadly threat, and yes, we are winning just on time. But what a game! Once again, I make it so complex and such easy winning positions. This is just terrible. I could have won the game already long time ago. Now we're just winning on time, and yeah, not the best play, but still, what to do? Sometimes I'm having bad games, sometimes good games. This is the way it goes. So he defended for some moment unbelievably well. In the beginning he played very poorly, so alright, doesn't matter. Finally, we're enjoying the games. Maybe we can learn something from the games. Give it a like, subscribe to our channel here on Naiditsch, not to miss our educational streams, and maybe to become a little bit better chess player. Next game, we are having this Nimzo here with the move bishop b4. Let's go for short castle. It's one of the main lines in this position. So e4, now the main line is with the move d5, but I don't want to play the main line, so I will be playing the move d6 just to play something else, because to go for this kind of long main lines is possible, but maybe not the best. Thank you very much for all the nice comments. Maybe I could have won again the game way earlier. I didn't play the best, but still, it was a little bit of fighting and yeah, interesting positions, etc. So let's go now with the move knight on c6. We are attacking the pawn on d4, and next is e5. So we get this dark square attacking positions. White should never allow this to happen. In case you let the knight on d4, this is not good for white. So this white should never do something like this. Of course, it is still a fight, and yes, it is a game, etc, etc. But white will allow something like this for white to happen. Queen a4, very unusual. I think he should have taken and plays a move a3, because in case we go back, there is b4. This would be normal. Queen a4. Why to play a move like that? Very unusual. So we have many ways to continue. Simple move a5 is looking like a good play. Simple move bishop takes c3 by taking on f3 is looking like a good play. What should we play here? I think I should just take, because there is no reason now to do something spectacular. We can finish the game with easy moves. So bc obviously is must. Our opponent is thinking to take the bishop or not to take the bishop. Alright, so we are taking. Now we have knight d7, knight c5. Very good idea to have this beautiful knight, or knight h5, knight on f4. Similar idea. Beautiful knight on f4, beautiful knight on c5. What is better? I don't know. Both is very playable. I would like maybe to put the knight on f4, but also to put the knight on c5 is of course a good decision. Next, I will be playing queen f6 or queen on h4, getting my knight on f4. We have the beautiful structure. We're playing against the bishop on d3, because bishop is completely out of the game. So we have bishop on e3, developing normal. Let's go maybe with a move queen on f6. So I'm attacking the pawn on f3. I would like to play knight f4 next. So the best case what black can do here is to change the bishop e3 versus the knight on h5. Why is it so good? Because we have then the good bishop versus the bad bishop. Never keep your bishop so passive. This is just very bad, because all the endgames are also very bad. For example, this move is a mistake. Like an example. So white has to do something else, but to keep the king on e1 also feels pretty unpleasant.
So not easy, not easy. Ooh, he takes. No, 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 no. This is not the way to play, because now look at the dark squares. What you are going to do on the dark squares? The pawns are all weak, so long term this is just a horrible position for white. And I think we can also open here by playing the move f5, because we're just getting so powerful on the f file. f5 is not a must, so not a must play, but it's a can play. This bishop is much worse than our bishop, so all the endgames are horrible. We could have played also just b6, a5, put all the pawns on the dark squares. But f5 looks quite dynamic, because I don't know what he wants to do after f takes e4. King is still only one, so the game might be even worse than it looks, so white might not be able to reach an endgame here. Of course, let's see what happens next. Thank you for all the nice comments in the chat. Of course, don't be shy, always ask the things that you believe are interesting. In case I see your comment, I will be answering it. Otherwise, we have many good people here in the chat who are capable of answering your questions, so don't be shy. We are here to try to become a better chess player, so just don't be shy. That's the most important thing. Ask what you think is interesting, but your questions, of course, should make sense, because we try to have more or less serious channel. Queen on d3, what could be the idea? I don't know. So let me connect the rooks. Looks good. Good bishop, bad bishop. Quite simple. This position is so difficult for white. A very difficult position, not only because the king is bad. For example, queen e3. Yes, I understand. I can keep the queens on the board and it's gonna be a strong attack, but I have no reason to do that. So for example, I can simply take. It's not a must play. Again, this is not a must play, but I just do it like an example. Next, so we have this. Look at this structure. Look at that. In theory, there is only one way to do something for white, is somewhere to play the move c5. So I will be playing b6 just in case. And now let's make a strategy here. So we have the endgame. This endgame is obviously much better for black. So we have the perfect structure. White has this kind of terrible structure. The main idea is to advance here. We have 2 pawns versus 1 pawn. So on a long run, no rush at all. We will be advancing with the pawn g and h. How to do that? Now execution. So let's go first rook f6. So we have this rook h6 coming next, or rook f8. This endgame is basically a lost endgame for white in case I will be playing normal. So I would like to get rook h6 or rook f8. Let's see what our opponent is going to play against the idea of rook h6 or rook f8. Very difficult. I think we're gonna see at some moment move like king on d2, because otherwise the rooks are not connected. Let's see. Usually in endgames you prefer to keep your king in the center. So let's say to do a long castle makes less sense than to put the king on d2 in most of the cases. We will be dominating the only open file here. Bishop on g4. Idea to change the bishops is a very good idea, of course. But how to defend the f file? We have also rook on g6 here. Very good move. But I think we can simply take, because why not just play the simple moves? Rook on f8. Zero counterplay for white. Literally zero, because there is like nothing. And now we will be starting collecting the pawns of white. Rook on the second rank. There is only one open file. Now g7 pawn is under attack, so we play g6. There is no reason to do something else. Yes, we can do something else, but there is no reason for that. So g6, and now we will be slowly advancing here. h6, g5, etc. That's it.
the game is basically over. There is no recovery from positions like that. H4, good idea. He's trying to do something, but now we are collecting the pawns, and that's it. For example, here we can change the rooks. It is game over. We can play second rook to this to f2. Also complete game over because only move is king b1, and easily winning position for black, obviously. Maybe rook f2 is the fastest way to win the game, but there is no reason to win the game in the fastest way. So we can play, for example, rook a1, changing the rooks, then king on g7, and just promote the g-pawn. Like an example. Still, let us think here a little bit. What is the nicest way of winning this position here? And I believe the nicest way is still to play the move rook f2, because it just looks so beautiful. We would like to checkmate. Oh, he doesn't let us even make strategic win. So obviously we are just checkmating on a 1. Our opponent resigns and it is game over. So you can see step by step we played a very strategic game. It was not like a very tactical battle, just a good strategy. Our opponent chose a bad strategy, we won the game. Pretty straightforward. Let's go with the next 10-minute game. What do we have in the chat? Chat became very silent. We have been writing avocado being here for streams. We'll give you a chant asking lots want though. Alright, it's some comment for someone. Next game, e4, c5. Welcome everyone who is new to VChess. Say hello, like and subscribe to our educational streams. I hope they make you a better chess player. What happened after king b1 is asking Solomon. I would just play king g7 in case he takes on g6. There is h6, so I wanted to block everything to show you an example of this, or to give on b2 checks and rook b3 also winning. So I had a lot of different winning ideas there, but he just missed the mate in one, so we could not execute the ideas. That's pity. But alright, so next game we have the Sicilian defense with the move queen on b6. I like the move queen on b6, not the best objectively speaking, but it looks funny. Now let's go with the move dc. Most of the games we played also with the move bc, but dc is fine. So again, we're getting a little bit different types of position, different openings, and yeah. Just to make the stream more interesting, because in case I play always the same, I think it's a little bit boring. Knight on f6, typical way, e5 against the bishop on d3. As you can see, we are following same strategies. Now, what do we want? Would we like to change the bishop f8 versus bishop on c1? Yes, of course. We would love to do that, in case we can. Then we have bishop on c8, which is gonna be a little bit better than the bishop on d3, because we have this structure of e5 on the board. h3, not sure why this move is being played, so let's get out with the bishop to e6. Good position, maybe somewhere we have the move long castle, a4. Good play by our opponent, but we play the move a5, so we try to be very stable here, controlling the dark squares. Next idea could be knight on d7. Knight is gonna take a beautiful position here. Knight of white is going to c4. Also, our opponent is playing a good game, Nothing to say. Next, we have long castle, too dangerous. So this is something that I don't like to do. In case of knight c4, we will be going back with the queen on c7. So this feels pretty safe. Maybe we can let the guy play knight on c4, so we try to win the pawn on e4, but most probably he will be playing queen e2 first, so we will not get a chance to do that. To take on a3, it's possible. I think the position should be approximately equal, but I think we should not do that. That's why let's go with the move queen c7. Anyway, the queen has to be moved, I guess. There is this knight on c4 coming, so we are not able to keep the queen on b6. Queen c7 takes a nice position. We're keeping our idea of knight d7 followed by the move knight c5 here. So yeah, move by move. I see a comment in the chat, take with the b pawn. Both is possible. To take with the b and to take with the d pawn in the opening, both is okay. Now, knight d7. As we said, we try to bring the knight on c5. We're executing our idea while waiting here with a bishop on f8. Why do we wait? Because I'm hoping for this kind of change here. Who knows? Maybe we'll get the opportunity to do that. So I'm keeping my bishop on f8. Maybe somewhere we might take the knight. I don't know if this is really needed. I don't think it is needed yet. So anyway, we keep it for later. So now knight c5 is available, but maybe he would like to put the bishop on c4. I don't know if he likes to do that, but maybe. So where should we put the bishop from f8? Is it time to play the move bishop on c5? Is it time to take? Also gives, I think, quite decent play to black, but I don't like to give him bishop there. There is no need for that. Maybe knight on c5, the pawn is under attack. I don't know. Let's go maybe with the move knight c5. It's a good position for the knight, so I don't think it can be a bad move. Maybe not the best move, but not a bad one. So we have the knight on c5. Still, I would like to castle short side, of course. In theory, I have this long castle idea, but too long castle feels dangerous. Feels too dangerous, I think. Not the best. Not the best. So, what else do we have? The chat got very silent. It's like a cinema. I see you take my games like being in a cinema, just watching. So, bishop on c4, I think I should take it. Maybe I should transport my queen here, but it's possible to do that, but I think it's more easy just to take. Queen takes, unusual, because to keep the knight on a3, not sure if this is the best. Knight on e6. Bishop a3 in theory is possible. Still, I keep the option of long castle, maybe. So, I don't know. I don't know if I should take next on a3 or I should not. Let's see what is going to be the next move by our opponent. At the moment, our opponent is playing a good game. White is playing a very solid game. It's difficult to get here advantage with the black pieces. Position is just around equal. But with black, usually to get equal play is not a bad thing. So, time to play the castle, I guess. To take on a3 is possible, but this rook a3, bishop versus knight. In most of the cases, bishop versus knight is very interesting because knight-queen is the best combination on the board. So, knight-queen in some cases is better than bishop-queen, but of course it depends. Now we have this bishop on e3 controlling the knight on e6, so there's nowhere to go with the knight. And that means that it's gonna be approximately equal. So, Bean is saying, true, I should make some popcorn. Okay. I think you could be a bit more active. In the cinema, we have to be very silent. Oh, a blunder by our opponent. Is it a blunder? Yes, it is. We push the F button. Boom. It is a blunder on the board. Knight on b5. After a good play, our opponent is playing the move knight on b5, which is a horrible blunder. It is the last game of today's stream, so write down how should we punish our opponent now. It might be your last comment for today's midday stream. I will be back in the evening. I hope to see you all in the evening. Like and subscribe. By the way, how many likes do we have? 144. Not so bad, but could be better. The popcorn people, where are your likes? At least some like would be fair. Alright. Black to play. Black is winning. Not to make the things too complex. We will be just taking the knight on b5. He miscalculated. He saw the queen is under attack, but the knight from e6 is defending the queen. So yeah, this is too easy. I see Akshay saying I'm gonna take some popcorn in the evening. Yeah, Akshay, how much does it cost in your country? Ticket for the cinema? Just interesting. Maybe I should charge accordingly, no? Where's the difference between my stream and cinema? What is better? I think my stream is more useful than cinema. So I have the use case scenario. Let's anyway finish the game now. We have to be a little bit careful. Rook on d7 is coming next, so we have to prevent this rook on d7. But I think bishop c5 is looking good. Rook d7 with queen c6. It is winning. On the other hand, rook on d8 is also looking good, but he is going to take the rook because this idea of bishop b6 might be available somewhere. So let's be careful. Let's be careful not to give any kind of chances to our opponent. What is the easiest win in the current position? Let's think. I think the easiest way to win is first not to give the d file, or it is not the easiest win. What is the easiest win here? Maybe queen c6. Queen c6. Okay, let's do like that. We're gonna give him the e5 pawn, but later we will be controlling everything. So yeah, let's go with it. Let me read the comments. Yes, good comment by Teng Kung Daniel. Take rook and d7, but I have bishop d8. I had bishop d8, so imagine the knight would be here, the rook would be here. We have the bishop d8 like a defense, so everything was under control, but yes, it could be an idea. Next, all we need to do is to bring our pieces into the game, so let's go. Rook on d8. We have a piece up position, and piece up is always bring the pieces into the game, and that's it. So rook is in the game. We're fighting now for the d file. Let's see what happens next. Yes. I see Akshay saying 500 rupees is a cinema ticket. I don't know. What is 500 rupees in USD? Rupees are in India, yeah? Or Pakistan. Hi, any advice for beginners? I know how the game works, but I am so bad at it. Start with tactics. We have a very nice app on the market. The name is VChess, the same like channel. So, download the app and go to, let's say, level number 5, because it is a very step-by-step app. First you learn the pieces, then you will be learning the mate in 1, mate in 2, etc. How the pieces are moving. So download the app for the whole family fun. The app is very funny, so just the first levels are a little bit boring for those of you who are good chess players already. But afterwards, especially in case you finish the educational story, the next stories are so hard. Endgame and the puzzle story is gonna be very difficult. So download our app and improve. That's it for today's stream. How many likes do we have now? We have 158 likes. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for staying here with me. I hope you enjoyed the stream of today, midday. I will be back in the evening. Which app? VChess. The name of the app is VChess, the same like the channel. Everything we do has the name VChess, except me. I don't have the name VChess. So again, thank you very much for watching, being here. I hope it was fun. I hope it was educational. Tell your friends. I hope to see you in the evening. And yeah, like we say on VChess, one smart move at a time. This is all we need to become a better human being, a better chess player, etc. Just one step at a time. Thank you very much, and see you at the evening. Bye.